Good morning, campers. It is Christmas morning, and I got my cup of coffee. I have the remnants, the beginning actually, of cinnamon rolls. I at the last minute last night threw those together, and of course I did a double batch, which makes everything a little more complicated and usually messes things up. And every year I say never make a double batch again, and guess what? Not to mention the fact that after you eat 2 or 3 of these things, you never are going to want for another couple weeks to eat 2 or 3 more of them. But yeah, anyway, enough for my weaknesses. We all know those. So we are going to see what we're really good at, which is cooking. We have lots of flour on the table because in my kitchen it's about 33 degrees. My refrigerator has turned off, hasn't been working in a long time because it's plenty cold in there. So we've got some Christmas music going in the background. It's a kids choir singing stuff, which is about the only Christmas music I can listen to. We have okay, so we're gonna get to work because we've got some kids coming over today, real kids, Scarlett and Henry, and I've got to clean my house up again. Sam, get your nose out of that bag. I have a recalcitrant dog, as you well know. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this thing out of here. It's a big mushroom here, see, and the problem is I put it on the stove last night I never quite get this dough rising concept, and I put it on the wood burner stove last night to rise, and it certainly rose. Yeah, and then I didn't know what to do with it for the night. For some reason oh, look at this. It's coming out just perfectly. Look at this, huh? You see that? Huh? Oh. This boy may surprise himself even. Not to mention you. Okay, so little flour on the hands. What we're going to do here is let's see, what are we going to do? Sam, we're going to divide this thing up so we can have logs. You know what I mean. Okay. We want, ooh, look at this. Look at the texture here. Huh? Huh? Yeah. Okay. So we're supposed to punch it down. Sam, you want to get a lick in here? Come on. Hit this baby. Okay. Do you think Grandma Lil ever did this at... Oh, by the way, when it came time to get the recipe, I usually go to the web and find, one of thousands. And but today, I happen to have had my little folder with Grandma Lil's recipes in it, and I said, well, maybe she's got maybe Colleen was so prescient to realize this was one of her big hits, and sure enough, along with Gooey Cinnamon Toast, sure enough, I opened it up and it was right to that page. So that was pretty exciting. So there was a bit of a crust on top of this thing, and I'm just imagining that doesn't matter a whole bunch. I put the crust in there because maybe that has some of the special ingredients in there. In the meantime, maybe we should just, I don't know, talk about life. Because enough about cooking. Cooking's going to get old after a while. I'm going to put a little bit of oil on my... No, I don't need oil on my hands. But life in general is pretty good. We've got a pretty good tree this year. Nothing fantastic like we usually do. Because I just did not feel fantastic this year. But, so I'm going to cut this in half. Ooh, man. I guess I'm supposed to actually cut it in more than halves. We'll start with kind of a half. We're going to put a little bit of butter on the stove. And I'll get the rolling pin too, so this would be a perfect time if you have to go to the bathroom to get up and go to the bathroom, because I will be back in 20 seconds and you won't miss a thing. Sam, could you entertain them, please? Okay, we got butter. When I say it's 33 degrees in the kitchen, I am not exaggerating. Really cold. This is the coldest day of the year today. I haven't looked outside to see if stuff has frozen, but I would not be surprised. So we got the rolling pin, which I always chase Sam around the house with. Okay, and now what we're going to do here is we're going to flatten this baby out. And after it's of course been punched down, it is asking for mercy. And by the way, I'm making these cinnamon rolls at the behest of Haley, who is doing just absolutely wonderfully. You probably have heard her Christmas voice. She is really blossoming, and she's been blossoming a long time here, but she has really helped me through this Christmas season. And I think this has the right consistency. We shall see, you know. The proof will be in the pudding. Yes, so I'm going to put a little flour on the rolling pin, and by the way, Denny, I would suggest that you begin a series of cooking videos. I mean, when the book program at the library gets old, which I assume it does at times, the cooking program could kind of take over. Alright, so I'm not quite getting the size. See, I got this thing, and that's not quite what I want to have here. I'm afraid this might be a little heavy, and I don't know what to do with the heavy dough, but, ooh, we will. We're going to get up for this. This takes a little bit of stuff in here. Whoa, yeah. Need more coffee for that. This is an ab workout, actually. In fact, what I'm going to do is make a little bit of money and sell this video for an ab workout. Haley told me yesterday that she gets her workouts over the phone in an app. So of course, that made a lot of sense to me, and we will definitely have a David Strom rolling dough app for abs. A rolling dough app for abs. Catchy. Okay, so we're almost. I'm just going to take you through probably one of these logs. There's 3 of them, but your attention span, I know, as you get older, is not as good as it used to be. For most people, I don't know about this. This dough does not seem like it is. Yes, the butter was making some noises over there on the wood-burning stove. This is actually a wonderful place to cook, because you got the music, you got the heat. You have a stove that's going all the time for the surface, and because Scarlett and Henry are coming over about 10, because they didn't make it yesterday, and I had the house all cleaned up for Scarlett, because she busts your balls, man. I mean, she walks in the door, and actually Henry does too. Grandpa Dave, don't you ever clean your house? That hurts, you know, that hurts. So this year I started 2 days early, and in an experiment I started on the outside of the area, and that those are areas that seldom get taken care of. The very back here was a little bit much. A little bit of dust, you know. Okay, so what we have here is you can kind of see it, right? Right here, yeah. It's in good shape here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of butter on here. I'm going to spread it out over with our fingers. And I do remember Mom's pastry brush. Who ended up with the pastry brush? Okay. Not quite sure how much butter to put on here. You can never get too much butter. Okay, then what we're going to do is put some brown sugar on here. Now this is all carefully measured out, of course. Now what you do is I'm working with the Illinois instincts. When you grow up in Illinois, you have basic instincts for certain things. Where the box elder bugs might be, for example. at any time of year, and how much brown sugar to sprinkle on here. I don't know. I make mistakes in the past, and I try to remember the next year what mistake I've made, and that never really works out. Okay, so now we bring the nuts in here. We got a big thing of walnuts. Mom was a pecan person, and there's something about I think walnuts are the poor man's pecan. Does that sound right? Walnuts are the poor man's pecan. I think the pecan industry probably made that up, but it sounds about right actually, because I think we had walnuts from West Union. We had walnut trees anyway, and I'm guessing that they procreated and made baby walnuts. Okay, so we've got walnuts. Okay, so we're gonna play a little game here and have you guess. We've got two more ingredients. I want you to guess what they might be. You in the back row, guess. Your guess. No, airplane glue is not one of them. No. We did tell the airplane glue story though last night. Okay. So now we've got, I'll give you a little clue. One of them is raisins. So we're going to put some raisins on here. You really never get enough raisins in things either. Oh, by the way, I have a little tip, a little cooking tip. I've been buying whole cranberries and using them in everything. I put them in my granola, and oh man, this is gonna be oozing good stuff. Woo! Oozing. We'll give you a aerial shot here pretty soon. I'm sure you're just dying for that. Okay, so cup coffee, and then we have one more ingredient. And by the way, we will also include at the end of this video a picture of, we'll give you a little walkthrough of the clean house, because I can see, I have a sense of when I talk to Cheryl about a clean house, her eyes probably roll, and you know, she doesn't like to talk about me cleaning my house because she knows that is actually an unusually difficult thing here. Okay, so I think we have everything now. We're gonna take this over here and just give you a. What do you think of that? Let's see, are we getting it? Oh, is that good or what? Huh? Yeah, well, as they say, the proof is in the pudding.